So what exactly is a nut driver? Well, think of it as a dedicated tool that's very similar to a socket attached to a screwdriver. That's what a nut driver is.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, and in this video, we're talking about nut drivers. What's new, what you can expect, what's hot, and what's not. So let's take a look at some new nut drivers right now, and then we'll talk about what drives me really nuts about these nut drivers. So if you guys were paying close attention to that intro, you saw the brand new Harbor Freight Icon nut drivers. Now let's take a deep dive in here and show you exactly what a nut driver is, what kind of tools it compares to, and it's actually been around for a long time, so let's go take a look.
So what exactly is a nut driver? Well, think of it as a dedicated tool that's very similar to a socket attached to a screwdriver. That's what a nut driver is. Now there are some definite big differences between the two, whereas if you were to actually take a spinner handle and have a socket attached to it, that would be kind of close to a nut driver, but you can see in this situation you're not able to get at that fastener. You'd actually have to switch out for a deeper socket, which is basically like two tools in one, when if you just grabbed the right nut driver, some of them, like this one here, will have a hollow shaft, and you're able to get right on the fastener the first time. Now this is handy in certain situations and definitely in certain industries. So the industries that really take advantage of the nut drivers are going to be HVAC, or heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, as well as some of your plumbers, electrical, as well as electronics. And you know what? Why don't I stop talking about them and show you exactly where nut drivers come in really, really handy. So if you saw there towards the end, we were working on some small appliances. Nut drivers come in really handy when working on appliances, but we also dropped that fastener. Now, a lot of your nut drivers are not magnetic. One thing I really like about this Klein Tool 7-in-1 is that it's magnetic, which means you're probably not going to lose your fastener each and every time, but you're less likely to drop it, and that's really handy over some of your spinner handles, which again are not magnet. A lot of your 7-in-1s or your 11-in-1 multi-tools, they are not magnetic as well. And so it drives me absolutely nuts when you lose that fastener. The other thing that drives me nuts about nut drivers is they're meant for low torque applications, so you don't strip out whatever you're putting your fastener in, but it's also not overly efficient. Depending on the drive size, you can use other tools out there, like some of these nut setters, which will allow you to get on your fastener, use certain tools, but also you're able to use power tools with them. Now, depending on, again, the application, it's easy to run these out with the power tool, but it's not always recommended to put your fasteners in because you don't want to strip out either your fastener or the material that you're affixing it to.
Now, believe it or not, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a decent nut driver set. They're pretty basic hand tools, and we're going to give you 8 different options for sets under $20. Now, if you want to spend the least amount of money and get an inexpensive set, you know you're going to Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight's got 3 options for you. You could pick up their absolute basic nut driver set for $6.99 each. You could spend a little bit more money, and I probably would, and get the hollow shaft nut drivers. Even if you were to use something like this every single day, you'd probably expect to get 2 to 5 years out of them. They do have a lifetime warranty, but I'm guessing you're either going to lose, misplace, or unfortunately have one of your tools stolen. And for $8.99 a set like that is a pretty decent price. Now, if you feel like you need to apply more torque to your fasteners, you're going to want to look at one of the T-handled options, and the Quinn nut driver set, that'll do it for you. It's a universal drive, so it combines with that spline drive both the metric and the SAE in a single set, so it does save you a little bit of space. Now, not everybody has a Harbor Freight close to them, and maybe you prefer to shop at a big box store like Home Depot. You might check out the commercial electric 4-piece SAE nut driver set. That'll run you roughly under $12. Now, I honestly like the Husky set right back there. That's the acetate handle. It comes with a nice organized holder. It also happens to have a handle. They got the gray for the metric, the clear for the SAE, nicely color coded, and those will run you roughly around $17. Now, if you also feel you need to apply a ton of torque to your fasteners, Husky does have a $20 set that's got the T-handle, that's that universal spline drive, combines the SAE and the metric into a single set. That might be an option for you. They also do have a few other options where you could get the commercial electric 14-in-1, or you could pick out the Klein Tools 11-in-1. That's the magnetic tool on the smaller fastener sizes. That'll run you under $20. So there is 8 different options for sets under $20. Now, if you're looking to spend a little bit more money, you might be surprised that you can still get a high quality nut driver set for just under $55. This set would be like a Klein Tools made in the USA 7-piece nut driver set. Features a nice rubber grip, as well as it's tried and true by tradesmen everywhere and backed by the Klein Tools lifetime warranty. Now, if you want to spend a little less, you could get this Klein Tools 7-in-1 nut driver. Features a rare earth magnet, and all of those 7 sizes are right in one tool, so it's there when you need it each and every single time. Now, there's other brands that you may or may not have considered. You could think about Wera or Weha. These sets will run you right around $50 to $55, but if you can catch a set on sale like this Wera, $30 is a really awesome deal. Now, if you like shopping at Harbor Freight, you might consider the brand new Icon nut drivers. That'll run you roughly around $50. Features a really nice rubber grip, maybe comparable to Snap-on in some senses, and has a really nice blow molded tray for organization. I feel like you can get a lot of decent nut drivers for under $60, but should you have more money and want the absolute best, you got to really consider what is the best tool for you. You might want to spend upwards of $150 to $200 on a pair of nut drivers, and that's up to you, but here's a brand you might be able to check out. You should never feel bad about buying your tools, and hopefully this will allow you to pick the best brand and price that works well for you, so you get the right tool the first time and every single time. Really appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you found a nut driver that works well for you in your application as well as your industry, go ahead and leave that down below in the comments. If you didn't like this video, that's okay. Nut drivers aren't everybody's favorite, but I really do like that Klein Tools 7-in-1, but it doesn't work in every situation. That magnetic tip makes it a little bit larger, so then you have to fall back on a cheaper set like one of those Husky tools up there, and that's okay too. And as always, guys, work smarter, not harder, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Just a friendly reminder, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.